Today we're interviewing Saeed Amara, who is a leadership coach, and we're very excited to have him on with us today. How are you, Saeed?
Hi, I'm doing great, thank you.
So, Saeed, today I have a few questions for you about leadership and what makes a great leader. So the question that everybody would be wanting to know is that what actually qualifies someone to be called a great leader? What are the qualities that that person must possess?
As I always say, what makes a great leader is the people that follow him. That's the starting point. If you're a leader and you have no one following you, then you're not a leader. No matter what action you take, no matter what organization you're leading, but if you don't have people following you, you're not a leader. One, the key of being a great leader is having a vision. But this vision on its own has no value unless people who work around you believe in this vision and follow through to make it happen. That's what qualifies a great leader.
Um, if I have a team that I would like to lead to follow my vision, I have a great vision, very, you know, forward thinking. So, how can I bring people along with me on this journey? How can I do it?
I'm going to go back again to the fact that you need to have vision. What I'm saying that the vision, objective, and they are very clear. You cannot try to bring your team and becoming high achievers if at the first place you don't even know where you're going to lead them to, what they need to achieve, what are their targets and their goals. So when you have a great vision, automatically people tend to follow this vision if it makes sense for them. You need to have it make sense. I'll give you an example. Martin Luther King, when he did his great speech, I Have a Dream, and there was this billion of people attending his speech. Do you think that Martin Luther King have went and asked all those people, come with me, I'm going to do a great speech? No. What happens is that Martin Luther King had a great vision for his country. He had a dream. That's why his topic was I Have a Dream. People believed in his dream. He's in his inner circle, in his close circle. Okay? And he said, I'm going to make a speech. But because people were believing in his dream, was believing in his vision, so slowly, those people were talking to each other, and it reached the entire country. There was no internet at that time, and he didn't make some great speech on the radio calling people to come. So word of mouth have brought the people. So people came, not for the man, for Martin Luther King himself, but for the vision and the ideas he had. So that's what qualifies being a great leader. So the vision, what you stand for, that's what makes a great leader, and then the team around you will follow you. But I just want to come back on a thing. Many people think that being a leader, it has to be with a team. Not necessary. We start to be a leader by leading ourselves. Coming back to Martin Luther King, he started by leading himself. He was showing as an example. He was standing for what he believed, and people followed him. So you start to be an example. Start to believe in yourself first. Lead yourself. Lead the way, and people will follow.
So, I understand that the why is very important. So, now I have established my why. I know my vision. I have my objectives for my team. I set all that up and I started to communicate it. Team buys in, they're on board. What's next? What do I have to do to keep them excited and to keep them focused on the end game?
Okay, let me step back for a second. We have the vision, okay? We have the structure and the goals where we want to go. Now, the real game here is to get the team to follow the vision and adhere to it. So the most important is that once we have the vision, we share it with the team, but we need to make sure that the team contribute to the vision and make it happen. So the vision is a statement like, we want to be the #1 organization in what we are doing by end of this year, for instance. So our vision is to become #1 in our field, no matter what, okay? That's my dream, this is my vision. Now, how do we make it happen? How are we going to dissect it? Let's come together as a team and make it happen. Of course, you're a leader, you need to give the frame, but the team has to join you to establish it, so they contribute to it, so they believe into it. You cannot just come and create the entire structure and impose it on the team. people will not follow. It's like you're imposing something. But when you feel like you're part of something big, you follow. Steve Jobs, for instance, he had his crazy vision that he wanted to have the best product in the world, quality, and be different than the others. And he shared that with the team. But he surrounded himself with the best people and worked with them on the frame how to make it happen. He pushed them. And people believed in that and worked and structured it with him. So you see, is that you're not expert in everything as a leader. You have a vision, you lay down or you pave the ground, but has the team to contribute to this vision. That's, I think, the most important. When the team is embarked on you on the same boat or train going toward this vision, then it's easier to make it happen. Now, I'm coming back to your point now. We have the vision, people believe in it, people have embarked on the boat going with us. Now, how to make sure that we are consistent in delivering? Was that the question, Isha?
Yes.
So, the most important is that we need to keep people engaged. Okay? Different people need to be led in different way. Some people are self-driven. A person which is self-driven, you're not going to be calling this person every day to ask this person, okay, where do you are today on your project? Are you moving? Did you deliver? Did you achieve? This person will feel like they're surprised. Someone who's self-driven, you let this person go. But from time to time, you agree with this person, a review once a week, okay? And you empower this person to go on her own, on his own. You just do weekly reviews. Where are you? So you listen to this person. Okay, where are you right now? Is it progressing the way you want? Yeah. Any challenge you're facing? No, I'm good. This is where we are, etc. By the way, I have another idea that is coming to me. I would like to implement it. Sounds good? Fine, okay, you go ahead. So you're more of a just checking that he's on track and also checking that he doesn't need any further support and you help him out. That's it. So you empower the person. Someone who's more of an introvert and not necessarily self-driven but need motivation. So this person, you're going to have more reviews with him, with her. So you're going to have maybe twice a week reviews or maybe every morning you stand and you share ideas and say, okay, where we are, and it will be more in details. And this person, you might even, try to guide her by giving her ideas. But always make sure that you take into consideration what the person also thinks. So it's not good as a leader to tell people what to do. But it's better to understand the people's skills and try to pull from them their skill and translate it into an action. So I'm not going to do all the details of each person, but each person has its different approach about how you're going to lead them. You need to adjust to the person and never forget, a team is only strong by the different skills that they have. Make sure you identify the best skill on each person and let them work together to give the best as a team.
So coming back to the team, when I'm actually putting a team together as a leader, there are certain people who would think that maybe if I have a team and I have a very high performer, maybe I shouldn't have that high performer on my team. Some people fear that as a leader, there is a new face or a new fresh blood that will come and replace them. So what do you say to these people and how can you handle this situation?
So basically having a high performer in your team, it just is a gift. Okay, and you need to manage it. A high performer will always want to achieve and overachieve and even climb the ladder generally. But as a leader, you need to be able to pave the ground for this person, all right, and without harming the rest of the team. So this person, you need to give her also the right task as per the competence and the capacity. And as a leader, you should not be scared, that someone one day will take over from you. Because if you do your job properly and you structure, properly your organization or your department, if you are working for a company, but if you are self-driven, your own company, for instance, you shouldn't be worried to surround yourself by the best people because you also as a leader need to move on. And the day where you can move on and you find someone who can replace you to take over from you, it means that you've been able actually to delegate work and to empower people. And that's a quality of a leader. And then you'll be able to move on to focus on other areas, either for your personal organization company or move to another department. So that's the law actually of success. So if you want to be successful, you need to keep moving on, either laterally or you move up. So you need to have the best people who can replace you. Now, on the other side, when you have a high performer within a team who are not all high performers, then you need to make sure that this high performer actually become a role model for the rest. And he's not just standing on his own, but he shares also his knowledge and ways of working with the rest of the team. It's not going to be a competition comparing this guy is doing better than you, but keep in mind this person have this type of knowledge, etc. Let's make sure that all the team benefit from him. Okay? It's like a train, a locomotive. So you need someone who heads and the other ones actually that plug into it and follow. But if in the locomotive you have one that detached from the rest, then you're not taking the entire team. You're going to reach the destination with a lot of elements missing because others have other competencies. So you need to make sure that this high performer understand that all the elements of the team, okay, so all the wagons of the train are valuable. They carry very important knowledge. So he needs to make sure that he works as a team. So clear tasks defined by person depending on their actually expertise and making sure that this person who's very high performer, give this person the space, let them grow, develop them, okay? So she will be a self-driven, so you empower them, but at the same time, they have to understand they need to work with the rest of the team and make the most of them and help them and assist them to also move together as a team.
What would you recommend to our viewers when it comes to leadership and team management?
Okay, so one of the recommendations I would give is don't forget, as a leader, you need to start by yourself. So lead yourself first, okay? Be an example, be a model, okay? Now, managing a team is different than being a leader. So you have to always be careful that you're not just managing a team, which means managing the people, put them where they need to be and get the job done. But you're a leader. You need to get the best out of your people. So you need to give them the vision and go high. So it's very important that first you lead the way by being a leader yourself. And two, show great vision to your team. Understand the people you're working with, their strengths and their weaknesses. And focus on their strengths and develop their strengths. And make sure you address to each member of your team the way how they need to be addressed. If they are self-driven, empower them, don't put too much constraint on them and let them express themselves. If they are a bit shy, not outspoken, try to get the best out of them because behind someone who's shy, there's a great mind that you can get out of it to contribute to an entire team. Make sure they work all together as a team and make sure that as a leader, if you reach to the top, make sure that people are following you to the top.
Thank you very much, Said. I think this was very helpful for me and everybody who is watching us right now. We can't wait until your next interview. See you later.
Thank you very much.